Hi, this is Vivian from Next Change. I just want to say be careful of absorbing other people's fear. And, I mention that because a lot of times fear is something that comes, and fear kind of just comes and immobilizes you. Fear strikes, fear grips. So it's really kind of a bondage that can get a hold of you and really do damage to what your own goals are, or your drives, or your desires, or whatever you feel like your purpose is. Fear will come in and just put a halt to everything. And what I want to say is, you know, don't let that fear come in and halt you, because many times the fear that you are perceiving, first of all, it's not really real, most of it, because a lot of times you're looking into the future, and a lot of times fear is coming from hypothetical situations. What if this happened? What should this? It's something that's imagined that could happen, but it hasn't happened. A lot of that fear that you're getting is from other people. So when you set out to do something, you set out to do things from your heart and from your mind and from what you know about yourself, what you know about your mission, what you know about, the particular situation. And you've already have your mind made up. But what happens is, the minute that you begin to expose those desires of your heart, other people begin to project their own fears. So usually when you're talking to somebody about something, and if fear is the first thing that they go to, it's really not, that's not your fear, that's their fear, and they're projecting their fear on you. So when you say, I'm thinking of getting another job, and then that person immediately says, what? Why would you do that? You already have a job, and they go into all of this trepidation. That's really their personal fear. That's how they feel about getting another job, you know. And of course, they're taking into their background and their own baggage and their own stuff and their own considerations, which, is just natural. But they project that on you, and just the fear, just the sheer hearing, that there's another possibility in life. Sometimes that just scares people, so they automatically come with the fear. They come with the doubt, instead of saying, oh, really? What job were you looking at? What did you hear about? Instead of being interested, they want to deflect. And that they do that with fear. They want to heap that on you. So you could say, I have a goal of climbing this mountain. And they say, oh, you might break your leg. Did you train for that? Did you this? Oh, that looks like you can get hurt. They'll come. And again, they come with their own fear, their own projections. You want to step out. And usually that's because you want to step outside of your norm, and you want to step outside of the everyday structure of people. You want to step outside of the 9 to 5. You want to step outside of wearing what everybody else is wearing. You want to step outside of doing what everyone else is doing. And you want to follow your heart. But a lot of people don't follow their heart, and they don't follow their dreams. They follow a schematic that they've learned growing up, and they've learned in their community, and they've learned in society that this is what you should do, A, B, C, D. And anything that brings variableness from that, they become afraid. So first of all, that's their own fear that they heap on you. Because when they hear it, they see themselves, and it just creates a visceral response of fear. Another reason that they do it too is because it instigates not just a fear of in themselves if that were to try to happen to them, but they also get this fear of being left behind. So if you have somebody that you've been with and you guys are friends, or, they could be family members, it could be anybody, it could be your mate, your spouse, whosoever. Um, you know, if you get a vision, or you want to do something different, or you want to change your life, or you want to change yourself, then that fear of being left behind comes in, because they're afraid to do something more for themselves, and they feel like you doing something different, or you becoming more, or you becoming different, or you becoming better, or however they perceive that, would accentuate the fact that they have become stagnant, or that they have accepted where they are, and that's fine. If that's what they want to do, that's still a choice. But sometimes, not all the time, some people are sincerely concerned about some of the decisions you make. But a lot of times, I even dare to say most times, it's just people's own response to their own fears in life, and their own fears of being left behind, and their own fears of you becoming different. Because when you step out in your dreams and you're doing all these things, you're growing, you're becoming different. Your thoughts are becoming different. Your philosophies are becoming different. Your vocabulary is becoming different. The way you look is becoming different. What you would tolerate and what you won't tolerate, your boundaries, everything is changing. And sometimes people don't like to see that in others. They're used to this you, and then now this you could be intimidating or fearful or whatever. So I just want to remind us, you, me, everybody, don't absorb other people's perspective of what it is you're trying to do, especially if it's fear-based. Do your research. If they can support you, that's fine. If they can't, that's fine. But don't let that fear get in, because fear only needs a crack. It doesn't need a big chasm. It just needs something so small, just an opening. And once it gets in, it just starts cranking. It just opens. And now you have a gap that's full of fear. And then you begin to doubt yourself, doubt what you want. Maybe they're right. Maybe this is safe. Maybe this is this. And you have to think about outliers, and outliers would never become outliers if they had not stepped out on their faith or their belief or their desires to bring forth something new and to keep growing in their life. So remember, when you hear something and you share something and people come with fear, look at it and, don't perseverate on it, because you can find yourself letting go of your dreams for what someone else may perceive as practicality. Okay? So this is Vivian here from Next to Change. And remember, don't absorb other people's fear. Have a great day.